This is a video analysis for drama improvisation overall, as we've completed the unit now, so we won't be returning back to it. In the recent assessment I took part in, I performed to the best of my abilities that I have throughout the whole process of improvisation, because it's only recently that I've come to grips with the actual rules and techniques and started to apply them and finally understand them, because I've been getting really annoyed with it. Obviously, because it's not, you think improvisation is going to be really easy, but there's actually rules and techniques to it, so it's a bit different. In the actual assessment, I got up a lot more, because I wanted to give myself the most possible chance to get the highest grade I possibly could. And I got up more because a lot of people weren't getting up, so it kind of felt the need that you needed to get up because they weren't getting up. So I did get up for almost everything. What did I respond best to? I responded best to I think it's called the "What Are You Doing" game, where someone goes up to the partner and goes, "What are you doing?" And they just turn around and say anything and you respond to that. I did this with Joseph, and I really enjoyed doing this because Joseph's a natural person that you can bounce off, and when you work with him it just seems to go somewhere and it's not flat, so I really enjoyed working with Joseph. And I believed I was spontaneous. I didn't deny offers. I accepted them finally. Ones I didn't do so well in, the group piece, it felt like there was far too many people in the group piece, so no one was trying to work together. There was like 2 separate groups, which really annoyed me. So the group piece was absolutely terrible. I did try my best to get myself involved, but no one was really taking me on, so I couldn't. If no one's going to accept my offers, then I can't really help that. My strength, I was committed, and I tried my very best, and I was creative. I really tried because I wanted to do the best I could in the assessment, and I was creative in the prop scene. As I found myself being a person intoxicated with drugs and alcohol, which I wouldn't have usually picked for a character, but I experimented with that, and it just people got up and it drived, because it was with props and anyone could go up, and I thought it was good. My weakness, that I wasn't able to make a change. I've always struggled with being able to make a change and getting to grips with that, because sometimes when you do it with someone, they don't offer the change back and they don't accept it, or they want to do their change, so it's like you're talking to a brick wall. But I wasn't able to do this. I've never been able to do this since the start, so I was disappointed with that. Overall, I think the assessment was okay. I know I could have done a lot more better. So I was disappointed with that, but I did try the best I could. And then with the tour guide, I found that really easy. I absolutely loved doing the tour guide. That was my favourite bit of improvisation. I'd prefer to do the tour guide over and over again. I received a distinction in that. I enjoyed doing all the character aspects of it, the research, everything. I thought I had a well thought out character, which clearly showed because I got a distinction. So I really enjoyed doing that. And I was creative and spontaneous within that, and I was really relaxed, and it went successful. How in games do I use rules and techniques? So with status, we had a game. There was a park bench, and you had to show your status, and you had to sit on the park bench. I mixed the 2 statuses, higher and lower status. So I walked over to the bench and brushed it off to show a higher status, and then I sat down with closed body language to show a lower status. And then other techniques are accepting offers, and again status, applied with games such as Sir and Smith. And another technique was seesaw, so that's making a change, which I worked with David for that, and he recognised the change, and that was the only time I was able to make a change in a scene, and I really enjoyed that. Were you spontaneous? At the start of, like, throughout the whole process of improvisation, I wasn't spontaneous. At the start, I was more concerned about trying to get the rules and techniques down, so I was constantly focusing on them, which was disappointing. But until recently, I have been spontaneous and trying new ideas and trying to create stuff. Along with denying offers too, which I constantly found myself doing without realising, because I didn't want to do that person's suggestion. But in the assessment, the mock assessment, thankfully, I didn't deny offers and accepted every offer I possibly could. In Tour Guide, I was spontaneous, as the character Consuela has bipolar, so anything can take a change. You can take a dramatic change, she can have a mood drop, she can have a mood swing, she could just lash out, or she could just be really happy. So it just goes with the dependence on mood. Overall, I've really enjoyed the tour guide aspect of improvisation. I'd love to do it again. And the assessment was okay. It could have gone a lot better. But yeah, that's my analysis.